Live from Sahara TV. This is the National Stadium in Surulere, where protesters, peaceful protesters of the revolution now, days of rage protests, have been forcefully dispersed by the Nigerian police force. What happened was the protesters had converged since morning, 7 a.m. The convergence had started, and they were chanting demonstration songs and had one or two run into the police, but the police maintained their line, and the protesters as well did their best to maintain their line. 30 minutes later, the Nigerian police came en masse with the Nigerian military as well. You can see their vans all lined up here. They came, and some of them had already cocked their guns, battle ready, and these were peaceful protesters. And then without confrontation, as you saw in the last live video, they were attacked and tear gassed, and now they have all dispersed, and the police and the military have cordoned up the entire area. It's also important to note that some members of the Revolution Now process have been arrested by men of the Nigerian police force. I personally saw one protester who was trying to make away when the tear gas was fired. He accidentally tripped and fell, and that was when he was picked up by the Nigerian police. As you can see, the entire area has been cordoned off as we speak. Heavy security presence. I see men of the Nigerian Civil Defense, the Nigerian Police, the Nigerian Army, and one will think that this is a war zone. It's interesting because the protesters were peaceful until the time of their disperse. Deserted street. Traffic is being diverted from the usual route from Stadium bus stop. Alternative route suggested by the Nigerian Army. If you've just joined, you're witnessing live scenes from the slated venue of the Revolution Now protest at the National Stadium in Surulere, Yaba, Lagos. The Revolution Now is a series of protests taking place in 21 states across Nigeria. This is Lagos, and so far this has been the conduct of the Nigerian police, the Nigerian Civil Defense Force and the Nigerian Army. They have dispersed peaceful protesters, firing rounds of ammunition and also tear gas.
Why are you using your phone?
Because we're recording on both sides.
Yeah, one time. No, you can't use your phone. One.
You're currently witnessing movements of men of the Nigerian police, the Nigerian military and the Nigerian Civil Defense Force who are in what seems to be movements after carrying out their assignment of dispersing the protesters. It seems they're about to leave the National Stadium in Surulere, Lagos. We have one of the protesters who fell down while trying to run from the tear gas. Currently, in the task force Dragon Squad detention vehicle that is right before me. He's seated here, solitary, defiant. He has a flag of Nigeria around his neck, and we'll wait to see what happens to him. Also, to let you know that one of the figureheads, the organizers of this protest, Omoyele Sowore, who is a human rights activist and pro-democracy convener, is still in detention of the Nigerian state. He was forcefully abducted from his residence in Ikeja at about 1:25 p.m. on Saturday and has since been in the state's custody.
Gracias, mi
Those for Unilag. Unilag. Those for Unilag.
No, one person.
The police is about to address journalists as to what happened.
All right, sir. Discharge them since they have liberty to protest.
Because they don't have any permit,
So you have a mandate that no protest must hold here?
Yes, there is not going to be anything. Nobody has consulted or contacted the police authority or whoever seeking for permission for any protest. Nobody has sought any permission. So it's an unlawful assembly.
The protesters were
If this is going to sustain, if they might show up tomorrow, are we going to have the same presence of security? We have the capacity and the ability to sustain.
Yes, sir, the protesters were peaceful. Why were they disturbed?
It's an unlawful assembly.
unlawful attack. So you also tear gas the protesters. Is this right?
It's unlawful according to the Nigerian police or according to the constitution. Alright, so there you have it. The divisional police officer of Yaba has just addressed the Nigerian press as to why they have dispersed peaceful protesters. They said there was no permits for the protests and that they had orders to go in and disperse the protest expressly. So they are now jubilating at what they have described as a success here today. Nigerian police force celebrating what he has described as a victory against the against peaceful protesters of the Revolution Now movement. They were dispersed while protesting peacefully based on orders according to the divisional police officer. This is the van conveying a detained protester. It is currently leaving.
Sorry.
Who is this man now? Who is this man?
These are live images you're witnessing here at the National Stadium in Lagos, venue of the Revolution Now protest. An interesting development is happening. So as the police are leaving, we're seeing more protesters arrive. The just dispersed since they have come with music, they've come with sound systems, and this is just as the police has declared victory and are about to leave the venue. So this is what is currently happening. I'll be bringing you live pictures in a bit. The police has the police are now trying to disperse again protesters. These are live images that you are seeing. These are live images. The police again, shortly after celebrating victory. Things have turned violent here after the police attacked. They have arrested someone, 2 people, as you can see.
I'm the convener of UAD. I'm the national convener. Stop it now.
This is a human rights activist who has just been arrested by the Nigerian police, and he's been forcefully taken away. Another man, an elderly man, has just been arrested.
We have over 30.
This has been an interesting turn of events. The Nigerian police had just celebrated its victory against these protesters, and they re-emerged, and now this is what you're witnessing. Tear gas has been used again to disperse the protesters.
Hey, don't be.
Another protester has been arrested.
When they come out, where they hide,
It's gonna be a very lengthy showdown between the Nigerian government and the Revolution Now protesters. the Nigerian police has retreated again, and the Nigerian army and the Nigerian Civil Defense Force in what seems to be an apparent defeat as the protesters reorganized and came back. Confusion with the police to leave or not to leave. That is the situation here at the National Stadium in Surulere, Yaba, Lagos, venue of the Revolution Now protests. Chaotic scenes here in Surulere, a middle-income neighborhood in southwestern Nigeria, Nigeria's commercial hub, Lagos. Also to note that the convener of this protest, one of the convener of this protest is still in detention of the Nigerian state. He was arrested for planning peaceful protests, and we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, these are scenes, chaotic scenes. The Nigerian army, the Nigerian Civil Defense Corps, the Nigerian police, all at a loss for what to do. They had danced, they had jubilated, they had admitted victory at dispersing what they called illegal protesters. But what we're seeing now is chaotic scenes. They're here, they're there, they're trying. They've arrested some members, as we can see, and I think there's more action happening up front. So we'll be advancing to see how that goes. More chaotic scenes ahead. There's a van filled with more protesters approaching the scene, and the Nigerian police are mobilizing, regrouping. Let's see what's about to go down. They're advancing. There's an order to advance, and we're advancing with the Nigerian police. These are people that are trapped in their buildings, caught in the chaos between peaceful protesters, the Nigerian police, and the Nigerian military. Confusion, disorder among the ranks. Oh, it has been a case of mistaken identity. These are marketers.
Because
These are marketers who are going on their daily activities and they have been confused to be protesters by men of the Nigerian police. This is an interesting turn of events. These are live pictures reaching you from Surulere in Nigeria.
The driver they do like this. The driver inside, but
the Nigerian police has stopped them. They're suspecting that some protesters might have hidden in this enormous van, and we'll wait to see what happens. Okay, so they've been let go, they've been given a green light, and they're proceeding with their daily business. Hola. This is President Muhammadu Buhari-led administration in action. Live images from Surulere, Lagos, where you're witnessing the dispersion of peaceful revolutionary protesters by what looks like a heavily planned military police and Nigerian Civil Defense Corps operation.
Try not to remain alone, man. Try not to be isolated. People along with other guys. DVC is leaving, others are leaving.
Another person has just been arrested. He's been conveyed into a detention van.
which media?
Premium Times.
Eh?
Premium Times.
Women Times. Why don't we have uniform? Get it! Why don't we have uniform?
No report party. Huh? They don't report party.
Just step back, just to be with us. Don't be isolated.
Yes.
Don't make comments. Just be your culprit, don't. That's what the report on this.
Hold on, Joe.
They don't say that we are good. Oh, well, let me calm down and say, that's this. What's good? You've been here since 7.
on Facebook? What do you use on Facebook? What's your ID?
Just enter legit.ng.
Legit?
.ng.
Legit?
Yeah, .ng. Everybody doing like this.
I know now. I'm not anything like this. Somebody is come.
Editor. No, because I'm container. I'm the truth.
What is happening here is that security officers are everywhere beside surrounding the stadium, and nobody is allowed to move into the stadium whatsoever. As I've been showing you, since we have security men, we have police officers here, we have security men here, we have soldiers here as well, and of course we have so many security officials here ensuring that nothing is happening here. Felix Emmanuel says poor videoing. Yes, because the security situation here is not something you can joke with in any ways. But I'm going to show you still the things that are happening around the stadium here in Lagos.
Yes. Which one I get? Come on now.
Now stolen my phone. My phone has been snatched. My phone is there. My phone has been kidnapped. They took my phone away. Ask them. They have stolen my phone. Please.
We are on the peaceful.
I did not do anything. I was not armed. I was not armed.
Right.
I was not armed. And they took me away.
The kind of
my phone is there. My property is
government that
there.
does not respect the rule of law. A government that does not care whether the people exist or not. And you want us to stand by and watch somebody who protected this Latin he was allowed. He was given access.
What your right as a president does. Nigerians don't be scared. It takes more than a rest to stop us.
Buhari government has gone Nigeria.
You will need prisons for 1 million people to stop this. Don't stop. Let's operate, don't stop.
He was allowed. He was given access. But today, we are not allowed to hear our views. What do you think? has turned into a demonic government. Buhari government has turned Nigerians. You will need prison for 1 million people to stop this. Stop Nigerian government into a tyrannic government. A tyrannic government. Don't stop! Look at the road, please. Look at the road. Don't block the road. Don't block the road. Let us go.
What you have just witnessed is the arrest of another activist in this struggle for the revolution now. I can see that quite a number of people, journalists here. If you look at the truck right behind me.
I'm the year. The video girl, I'm not going to for you. You guys make comments. Let's stop it here. I'm the year. They want that for. I don't want that. The guy will know that for you. Action. Never.
This guy said the man deserves immediate
If you know this guy, that's on you. You don't see it. You don't serious. Now you want to focus. She wanted to talk to I know. No problem. Well done. Oh, now you come to this guy.
Call them Then she did. But you can't get arrested for her phone American.
You don't tell her.
Go meet them now.
We are currently being harassed and arrested by the police.
One of them.
Excuse me.
Very press person.
I'm not one. No, sir. Listen to me before you listen. She's my. I'm from Premium Times.
You are from where?
Premium Times. I didn't bring it.
Don't let us.
I was in a hurry. Okay. I'm a journalist. Some journalists are currently being harassed and arrested.
What is the show? What you want to do?
I'm a journalist now. A journalist is currently being dragged on the road. He's being dragged. This is a journalist who was just covering this event and he's resisting.
Stand up! What is I'm doing my job as a president. This policeman are victimizing me. This man is set out. Take him inside now. They never give me anything. Why they arresting me? They were just holding me. You were fighting me. And they want to kill me. Let them kill me in office. Take him there. Take him there. So enjoy yourself now. Open that door. Open that door. Push him. When I give only one blow like this.
Oga is a journalist. Oga is a journalist.
Come here. How do you want to prove that? Let him show you. If he has an ID card, let him show you he has an ID card. No. Let him show you he has an ID card.
Give him the opportunity to show you. He's a journalist and you are harassing him. It could be any one of us.
No.
It could be any one of us. Let him identify himself. Officer. Let him identify himself. Let him identify himself. Let him identify himself. Wait for him to identify himself. He's a journalist. No problem. You talk to him. But allow him to identify himself. He's a journalist. If we don't cover your activities,
with a police officer, you are telling
why will you
take it easy. If you are journalist,
what is offense? What is offense?
She's not reporting for anybody. You
doing well. You have been doing well. Oga, you have been doing well.
Oga, we spoke to you this morning. Oga, we spoke. Oga, let me appeal. He works with Sahara reporters. He's a journalist, sir.
Does he have an ID card?
He does.
So it's with him.
He's with him.
Take out the ID card.
Give him the opportunity to identify himself. If he fails, then you detain him. Madam, you saw me since morning. You see that guy that was struggling? He's a journalist. We were there. He was not with any ID card. But give him the opportunity to identify himself. Why was it violent? Madam, let me talk to you. Madam, he's a journalist. Give him the opportunity to identify himself.
What's an arrest? Somebody was misbehaving, so what is your face?
You see, Sowore came and categorically stated that the peaceful protest, it doesn't need war, it doesn't need by peaceful protest. Our demand needs to be met. That's just it. You know, is that why they went and kidnapped the young man? Because he's fighting for the poor masses. You know, today we're going to register our displeasures here. You know, so I don't expect you to side what we are doing, because you work for the embassy. So it's we are at the Nigerian embassy today to register our displeasure. Omoyele Sowore must be free. Omoyele Sowore needs to be free. That's why we are here. You know, if you're in London, I want you to turn up to the Nigerian embassy. I'm here waiting for everybody to turn up so we can register our displeasure. Our demands need to be met. Nigerians need to know, Buhari need to know that it's enough of this tyranny, enough of the oppression in Nigeria. That's why we are here, to let them know that enough is enough. Revolution is now. We need a peaceful revolution. You know, if Buhari can allow the herdsmen to be killing our people, killing our women in their farms, day in and night, and Omoyele Sowore is here speaking for the masses, and he's holding him for inciting insecurity. There's enough insecurity in Nigeria already. The Fulani herdsmen that Buhari gave a radio station to, want to give them lands to rear their cattle. You know, give the Mayati Allah 1 billion. You know, those are the people inciting violence in Nigeria, not Omoyele Sowore, not the poor citizens of Nigeria. Enough is enough. Sowore need to be released now. That's why we are here, waiting for people to turn up. I'm here at the Nigeria High Commission, Northumberland, in London. Come out of Embankment Station and ask of Nigeria Embassy there. Enough is enough. Omoyele Sowore needs to be released. I just spoke with the spokesman of the Nigeria Embassy and he's telling me I should go to Nigeria and register my displeasure. What a funny man. I told him the UK Embassy, the Nigeria Embassy in London is a representative of the Nigerian government. So as I'm in London, I'll come here to register my displeasure. That's why I'm here, waiting for people to turn up and we'll start our peaceful demonstration. Our demands need to be met. Enough of the oppression, enough of the killings in Nigeria, enough of the hunger and poverty in Nigeria. We voted Buhari in not to oppress us. We didn't vote him in to oppress us. We didn't vote him in to side the Fulani herdsmen to be killing us. We voted Buhari in for good governance. You know, the security of the people should be his main priority and to give the citizens a better life. That's why we voted Buhari in, not to oppress us. Not to take sides with the Fulani herdsmen that is killing our women, killing our men in the farm day in and day night. No food, no road, no work, no electricity, no water, nothing in Nigeria. And Buhari want to oppress us. He can't oppress us. We will resist this government until justice is served. Enough is enough. Free Sowore now. Free Sowore now. I'm Comrade Usao, standing at the High Commission in London to register my displeasure that enough is enough. Enough of the tyranny, enough of all the oppression going on in Nigeria. If Buhari wants to talk about people inciting violence, he should go and meet the herdsmen that is in Nigeria 24/7 in broad daylight with their AK-47. That is who Buhari should be arresting. Not Omoyele Sowore. Enough is enough.